So what are we doing today? I just made a gold farm on the server, and so I need to sell said gold at the shopping district. And so I made some plans. I have a build in mind for my shop, and I think I'm going to build that today. The problem is, hello sheep. The problem is I need a ton of block that I don't have easy access to at the moment. And so I think the plan to start would be to show you this small little farm that I built. It's a resin farm, because I'm going to be using resin as one of the main building blocks. Yeah, and then I still need to collect a bunch of concrete and some other blocks. Quartz especially, but luckily we have an amazing gold farm now for that. But yeah, I mean, we'll get straight into collecting the resources, and once I have them collected, I'll start making the bank. Alright, so now, starting off, I just wanted to briefly show you what this thing is. So, I built this design quite quickly in a creative world, but basically how it works is at nighttime creaking spawn when there's 2 blocks of wood beneath and above them. So I went and gathered like 5 of them, and then I kept farming resin to make more. But basically how it works is at nighttime, the creaking spawn on this platform, because it's the only available spawning spot. They then get shoved down like I would have been, like that. They get shoved down here, they get dropped into this kill chamber where they can't hit me because I'm staring at them, and they also can't move out because they're a little bit tall. But basically, I just stand here, whack them a bit, and the resin forms on these blocks. Now we have a small little repeater circuit here, just to one-tick pulse these pistons. Yeah, which basically move the blocks above and beneath the resin hearts. Yeah, so that basically breaks the resin, and then the resin drops down here, down the same exact kill chute, and then into this chest. Now, from one night's AFK, and I'm not joking, this is how much resin we got from this farm, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. I'll have to make a resin farm, because otherwise there's no point. But yeah, so I mean, this is one night's AFK, all of this, including what's in my inventory. So yeah, we'll use that as a basis to basically, yeah, get going. Now, what I have to do is smelt a bunch of this resin into the actual bricks. So I set up this tiny little system to smelt that for me. As you can see, I've already started smelting that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, ignore the stuff in the middle. That was a gift from, I think, Fivo, actually. He's very kind. But yeah, so tons of bricks, and we'll need even more, obviously. It's going to be a big build. But yeah, exciting. So I'll see you right after the material collecting montage, because this will be a long one. So, I collected about a shulker box of quartz blocks last time I was here. But I need probably double, if not triple, of that. And I think that this is just not going to be a sustainable option, because this is all I've had after like 20 minutes. And I would like to get to building. I finally got off from uni, finished my end exams, passed everything, of course, but I still don't want to spend too much time, you know? I have other things to do in life. So I think I'm gonna give Atma a visit, if he's there. I don't know if he's online, but I'm gonna give him a visit, maybe use some of his villagers, who knows, maybe I will, because I know that he has villagers that sell quartz blocks, so I will do that, and yeah, I mean, you'll see it if if it ends up happening. Alright, so back to it. In this area, I would like to build my giant bank. In terms of materials, I have really been lacking in terms of wool. And so I went and bought some wool from Atma, and then I crafted up a little bit of concrete, but now it's really just like the wood and getting all the basalt. Ooh, speaking of basalt, I could just go grab some. I know Fivo, in his generous heart, made an open source. He made an open to use basalt farm in the Nether, and so I will very kindly make use of that. All right, where was this thing? That looks like a hoglin farm. Is it this? Ah, there it is. All right. How does this work? It's just an observer into a piston. Nice. And we just stand here and mine it. Nice. Nice and simple. So, what have I done? Well, I ended up gathering a few to say the least, a few materials for this build. All of these chests are completely full of stuff. Well, I say that and then there's that one. But this area is the area I showed you at the start. So if we go down here, you can see, you know, the hole with all our stuff. But yeah, so this is the approximate size of the shop, and it's gonna be quite a big one. It's gonna be like up to here, so at least 50 to 60 blocks. So yeah, needless to say, it's a big build. But I think I got at least 95% of what I need. There's still some really niche stuff like bookshelves or whatever that I still need to make, but I can always do that later. But yeah, I mean, exciting. You guys are gonna get one hell of a time lapse, because this is going to take absolutely ages. But yeah, we'll cut into that in just a sec, and I hope you enjoy it, because it'll be a good one. Yeah, it came out quite nice. I'm happy with it.
You want to use the
Quite
copper
nice.
doors?
No, because you
It
see
says
the,
quite
the
nice.
slime behind.
Oh.
Quiet nice.
Quite nice.
Yeah, it's okay, the building. Okay. Just, you know, the normal Sunday
Oh my God.
afternoon
At
building.
least, you know, it's standing on the ground.
I mean, I just tried to include everyone's, you know, services. Like, I knew that you want to do terraforming, so I do. But I guess the problem is you don't need that many frog lights on your builds, usually.
Well, someone
I
bought
used like a
like
stack.
today. I think.
Yeah,
Cheese
but your
bought a lot.
builds are normal,
Yeah.
right?
Yesterday, I think. Or
Like, you build up a
earlier
shop,
today.
that would be for me a mega base.
He's not wrong.
This was...
Like, I'm happy if I can pull off a creeper in like 3 weeks, and you pull up a full bank in like...
Well, we
One
just
afternoon.
did a
So it's
grass.
like a lot of depth. We gotta
This wasn't here
well,
8 hours ago.
You can clearly see the difference of the it's what he did and what we did in the same amount of time. Just look at that. The comparison
he
is
had
not.
I mean, the
Designed to build.
terraforming takes a lot of time. Okay.
He had pre-designed to build and use that medica, so it is...
Exactly.
It speeds up the process.
But
a
the
lot.
problem is, even in creative, I wouldn't be able to pull out something like that.
Yeah, but it
I
took
think
me 2
even with a
days.
tutorial, I wouldn't.
Well, it took me
Even
like
if I
8
had
hours.
3 weeks.
Even if I had 6 hands.
Guys.
Even if I would...
I mean,
Look, the mud shop, I'm really happy about that, but in comparison to that build, it's just like, what 8-year-old did it?
I guess the key is that the bank has a lot of depth to it, like with a lot of different, let's call it layers.
The key is
You
that
have
he
the-
knows how to build, and I'm just...
You also
normal.
know how to build.
Yeah, I'm kinda not sure about that part.
I love your I love your smoke inclusion. I when I saw it today, I was like, I didn't notice it before, but that's really good.
Yeah, those
addition.
little puffs of smoke are so cute.
I was looking at
Yeah,
that
the
earlier,
excellent
actually. Yeah, it's
DS.
nice.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the shatters in this bank, though. But
Guys.
Can you build a little bit less good so we don't look too bad in comparison?
Well, it's nice
Or
to
build
hear.
better and make us famous. That would be a good idea.
well, it's already a second building of it's way larger than the whatchamacallit, the town hall, but town hall is also like an incredible build.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
but
what's
I
that-
think the bank is way more incredible.
Make things quicker, definitely like Matica would be nice. The only thing I don't like is if you build something really awesome in creative and then you move into survival, you realize how much, you know, for your build exactly. But look how many trapdoors you got.
Yeah,
That's a
if you
lot
want
of
me to
wood.
pull up the material list, I can name the top few.
It's fences and trapdoors, no?
It's tons. Where is it?
Yeah, because like trapdoors themselves, you know, you use a stack and you get what, like 15
Something
trapdoors
like
from
that,
like
yeah.
a stack of logs or something.
So
like
this
that.
has 2,000 smooth quartz, just the block itself. 1,200 blocks of quartz. In terms of trapdoors, I have 670 trapdoors, 700 fences, and then a bunch of stuff that's a little bit more, a little bit less. I have like 1,000 quartz stairs, 780 smooth quartz stairs, 800 polished basalt, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It took me a couple days to gather everything, and yeah, another day to build it. So 3-day project.
It took you 2 days to build the gold farm with the trading, and then 15 seconds to acquire all the quartz you needed.
No, the quartz took me a while. The gold farm isn't actually that fast because it only uses 3 piglins. I could add
Oh.
more, to be fair. I'm thinking of at least doubling it, if not tripling the amount of piglins. But the most of this quartz was hand mined because it was
Oh my
just,
god.
yeah,
Oh my god.
it just took a while. It's like 2 hours of just mining in the nether. I had like 3 or 4 shulkers of raw nether quartz. Oh my goodness, we are finally done. Now look at this absolute monstrosity. It is huge. This has to be one of, if not the biggest build on the server in terms of volume. It is so big. But I am absolutely loving the way this came out. I love the intricate details that we have in the base. And if we work our way up, we can see the slow transition from the orange to the yellows. And then we obviously have the the bank logo at the top. Oh, it looks amazing. I am very happy with the way this came out. So if we look at the sides, we have one big window on the middle part of the sides, and then 2 small ones at the top. Pretty similar to the ones on the corners. Yeah, I mean the back is pretty much the same as the front in terms of the gradient. However, we do have a little bit of a difference in the base here at the bottom. Yeah, and at the top it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just a little facade at the front. Yeah, and some oak wood roofs. But yeah, this came out absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now, the big reveal, the actual interior. So I got this mod that makes some really nice big signs for the entrance. I thought this was a cool touch to incorporate here. So yeah, so this is the actual interior. It's not very big, I'll give you that, but it doesn't have to be. I think as a shop, it is a lot nicer to have in a compact, small area. So for this area, I decided to have the piglin drops in the main room. So we have the black stone, which I'm selling for a diamond for 2 stacks, as well as the gravel for 2 stacks. Everything else, as far as I'm concerned, has its own price. I mean, the 2 diamonds per stack for the obsidian is just because it's a little more rare compared to the gravel and stuff. This should be 1 diamond per stack. This is 1 diamond for 32, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so we're selling quartz as well. I know some people are already looking for that. A little bit of decoration around this place. Still, I mean, it still needs some work for sure, because this is quite an empty room at the moment. But we have some bulk orders, so you know, if you want like multiple stacks of gravel, for example, you don't want to individually pick it out. I can come deliver some with a shulker box or 2. And yeah, you just place your order here, and I can deliver that. Then the payment system, you don't pay in these individual barrels. I'll show you why in a sec. But basically, the main idea is it's kind of like an all-you-can-eat buffet. You pay once and take what you need, basically. So say you want 3 stacks of this, you'd pay, what is that, 3 diamonds in this chest, and then this is just for me, but it slowly filters the diamonds out so that you know, there's always room for more diamonds or whatever. But yeah, it basically takes the diamonds to a secure vault, quote unquote. But this is the nice part. So we have our gold stored behind this this big vault door, where we're selling the ingots for a diamond a stack and the blocks for 8 diamonds a stack. So that entices people to get some bigger bulk deals. Like I mentioned earlier, so we have the payment system. So this is just for me, employees only, but this is where the diamonds would end up in case I need to collect them or whatever. But as a regular customer, you wouldn't be going down there, of course. Yeah, so we have a little gold pile, a little decorative kind of vault, and then back here, this is also for employees only. This is the interior. So it's a very, very large open area that we have yet to fill. I still want to fill this area. I'm just not sure on what I would add at the moment. Maybe like a little hideout, little office building or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, the redstone that we have here is basically a shulker box unloader with some added safety features that we have hooked up. So back here, once the shulker box is empty, you obviously don't want the shulker box to go into the chests themselves. So we have a little system back here that filters out the shulker boxes so that they get put into this this chest. Yeah, and this tiny system right here is basically to detect when items have started to fill up to about this hopper. And what that basically does is that if any more items filter into this hopper than or into this hopper, sorry, then it would start to break the shulker box sorting system. So what I have here is a little lock for this hopper that basically once items get into this one, it locks this one so that no more items can get taken out of the shulker box, and that basically saves us from having to fix this this hopper system over and over again. And yeah, so I mean, we have this system for every single slot. I still need to build 2 more up here for the different types of gold. So that would be the ingots and the gold blocks. But obviously, it's not really necessary yet because we've had no sales at the moment. Yeah, we only officially opened, you know, pretty much now. But yeah, let's take a little nap first before going on. But yeah, so my plan is to do a little bit more terraforming. I mean, from the replay time lapse that you saw, this was pretty much a square, but I've done a little bit of terraforming on this area to just try to blend it into the environment a little bit more. I still need to do a little bit more in this back section. There's still a lot of straight lines, and yeah, it needs work. But I also want to incorporate some moss and a little bit of a path that goes from here. You know, make it a little more nicer. I'm even thinking of doing some custom trees on either side, make it look a little nice. Add some bushes, whatever. But that'll come in probably the next episode, because this episode has been quite a long one for me. This yeah, this build took maybe a day to complete and another 2 days to get the materials, so it was definitely time consuming, but I think the end result is just absolutely beautiful. If we look at it in the sun as well, oh, the gradient just looks so cool, and from a distance especially, oh, it looks so nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of how it came out. And another thing, there's this beautiful area that the crafters have been working on, but basically the concept is because the server has been a little slow recently due to personal reasons from all of the crafters, stuff like school and work and whatever. The main idea for this area is to allow people who don't want to set up an entire shop like like that. It allows people to basically pick a spot and sell their own items. So they'd be selling, yeah, some smaller items. I know Fivo has been setting up. He's setting up like a kind of ruin thing. It looks really cool. I'll let him show that in his video. But basically what he's been doing is setting up a tiny little micro pop-up shop for deep slate, some food, and whatever else he wants to sell. And I have claimed this spot. So in this area, I'm planning on selling resin, because I, at the moment, have other plans for the upcoming videos. I still need to make a slime farm and a witch farm, some other stuff. But yeah, so I built a pretty fast resin farm, and I have a lot more resin than I need, because obviously I use some for the bank. But yeah, so I'm basically gonna build up a tiny little pop-up shop for resin. I'll see if there's anything else I want to sell, but for the most part, I think that will be it. And yeah, so basically I have this pop-up shop in this area for, you know, as long as I need to build an actual resin shop. And yeah, I mean, it should be fine, it should be fun. And I'll get to decorating that at some point, but that'll probably happen in the next episode. Don't you worry, no time for that. Yeah, so next episode will be terraforming of the bank, and then building of the pop-up shop. Should be fun. So if you got to the end of the video and you enjoyed, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. That would mean the most. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.